Today I'm here with Rich White, old mate. We go back, don't we?
We do.
The magazine days, we used to work on fast cars, you know, and still do. And Rich used to work on Redline, didn't you?
2008, 9, 10, I think. It was like the glory days of my career. Days I would love to do again if I could.
And one of the reasons you got the job is because you built an amazing Pulsar GTI.
That's it. I had that on the cover of Redline in, I don't know, 2010 or something, jumping in the air at Millbrook. And that was another home build. So I'm a real advocate of home built crazy projects, and this is the latest and greatest.
And that's the crazy thing about this car. This is why we're talking about it. It is a home built project, and it's your next one. Well, I don't know. You probably had something in between, but you've been building this for quite a while.
So I've had this for 16 years.
Wow.
So I bought the shell 2 months before I met my now wife. So I always joke with her that the car predates my wife. But yeah, I've had it. It's been in the family for a long time, 16 years, and over that time, it's just so it started as a bare shell. And just it's just been a full ground up build from that.
And the purpose of the car is sort of time attack and...
Time attack, it's a track toy, a very serious track toy. It's been recently doing some sprinting at an event called Quick 60 at Mallory Park. I've done that twice, come second both years, so it's a competitive car. So it's kind of sprinting, time attacks, ultimately the end goal for it, yeah.
And I mean, it's a proper build, isn't it?
It's a proper build. So it's a 1998 Type R, a lot of carbon on it. So it's carbon wide arch, carbon doors, carbon bumpers, carbon wings, full aero package, flat floor. It's a 2.35, still a 4-cylinder, wanted to keep it 4-cylinder, 861 horsepower, Samsona sequential, all the bells and whistles, big brakes, big slicks on it.
Gucci wheels.
Gucci wheels. I've got a couple of sets of those as well. So yeah, no, it's got just a lot of home built stuff. So all the preparation and the fabrication in the car was mostly myself, other than the roll cage. So I built a rotisserie, had it upside down, back in my parents' garage in like 2008, and just did all the fabrication, all the seam welding, took a load of weight out of it. So it's 1,160 kilograms.
Wow.
And I primed it, got it painted professionally, but I say a load of me is in this car as well. So
yeah, well that's so you've done all the welding. Is that self-taught?
Self-taught. So I did automotive engineering at uni, but basically just been fiddling with cars since I was little. Had a classic Mini, started welding on that. Then the Pulsar, various other projects, and then
I've got a classic Mini. Can you weld it? The floor's falling out of it. I need that welded up. But yeah, go on, carry on.
I was 17 when I had that, so that had a roll cage in and a straight cut box, and was rattling around in a little Mini. So that's how it all started. But yeah, just a cheap Clark MIG welder from Machine Mart. You know, that's nothing Gucci. That's how it started, and just got carried away basically over the years into something that is now deep into 6 figures in the build.
Wow.
And it's a very competitive race car. So.
And is this a keeper?
For now, for sure. It's part of the furniture, so I've got the trailer with it. It all goes in the garage at home, so it's kind of just part of the family now. Yeah. So, and I've got plans now for the car. It needs some things doing in the future. Like, it hasn't got ABS on the car. It needs motorsport ABS. I want to get paddles on it, so it's got paddle shift. So there's a few other things I want to do to the car, and then just keep pushing it and finding the limits. So yeah,
just keep evolving it.
Keep evolving it.
And the aero on it, is that self-designed, or is that taken from drawings of other race cars, or?
Self-designed with influence from a lot of Japanese stuff. So the Attack Tsukuba stuff, you know, you get kind of standard production chassis cars with loads of crazy aero on. So it's kind of followed a little bit of that theme. But yeah, it's based on a little bit of common sense. We're still testing and still evaluating. It's got a big old wing on the back. Last year we had some issues with like high-speed understeer, so the front was just pushing a little bit. So we've got a bit more aero at the front now. Changed the spring rates, revalved the dampers, so that's better. But you're just always just finding the weak spots and the limits. So no, it's very balanced and it's got a lot of downforce. So
Brilliant. And so your next event?
Ultimate goal is time attack. The guys that map the car is Gary at GR Performance, and they're big on the time attack scene, so they want me to get the car into time attack. But I was saying to you just off camera, because the car is so competitive and because of the aero is quite substantial, it puts me in Pro Extreme, which puts me up against some other fairly serious competitors. So I just want to...
Gobstoppers of the world.
Who I raced against 2 weeks ago, and yeah, exactly. I'm good friends with the Clark brothers, but yeah, happy to race against them. But obviously their new build is takes things up a little bit, so it's hard to put this car against things like that, So.
And it is still a bit unfair because it's an amazing build, but it's a home build.
It's a home build, and it's still production chassis. It's not a tube. It's not a tube car, so it's still a Subaru. It's still got full length chassis rails. So it's still a Subaru, 60-40 weight distribution, that kind of stuff. It's not a purpose-built race car by any stretch. So.
Well, we look forward to seeing it on track again, and yeah, thank you for bringing it here today because I know I've been trying to get you to a show for a few years now. But yeah, brilliant. Thanks very much.
My pleasure. Thank you,
Cheers.
mate. Thank you.